up the standings. VA looking to help the BC Lions.
Oh, the ball is out, pops into the air, and the Argos are on it. The handoff went to James Butler, and he got rocked as the ball flew up into the air, and once again the Argonauts able to create a turnover. That'll be their 40th of the season, second best behind only the Calgary Stampede.
All right, so welcome back to What's Happening podcast with your boy Lamar Woods. And then to my left, we got my cousin, a.k.a. Road Dog. Let me start him. That ain't a Road Dog. We like brothers at this point, but this is my cousin. I brought him in today. I'm going to let him introduce himself because if I introduce him, it's going to be long. I don't want to drag out.
Yeah, so let me introduce myself. First of all, I want to appreciate my family, Lamar, for having me up here on this channel, you know what I'm saying? But I'm Robert Priester. Sometimes I go by Noon as family, you know that. And friends call me that, and yeah, that's me.
So a little bit about Rob. On the last episode, we talked about adversity, and he's been through a lot from high school to college to trying out for the NFL, and then going to the CFL route, and then going back to the XFL. Then that stopped, and then he went back to the CFL. So it's been a transitional journey. So today's topic, we're going to talk about mindset, but a little bit about Rob. He went to Robertson High School. He played at the University of Wyoming. After he played at University of Wyoming, he played for the Winnipeg. After Winnipeg, came to Tampa, and as the XFL started, he played for the XFL, which is the Tampa Vipers. And then he went back to the CFL after COVID, kind of mild went down. He went to Winnipeg. He was supposed to go to Winnipeg. We're going to get in that story a little bit later. And then he ended up going to a team in Toronto.
Toronto Argonauts.
Argonauts, okay. Yeah. So Argonauts. So what was the transition like coming from Tampa, Florida, and going way to Wyoming? What was that like? 'Cause that's obviously that's different.
Yeah. The biggest thing was culture. It was I ain't gonna say it was a culture shock, but being from Tampa, Florida, it's so diverse here. But coming up to Wyoming, it was new. First of all, you got mountains, we got palm trees, we got beaches.
Exactly.
Mountains, snow, you know what I'm saying? It's like a one way in, one way out thing, you know what I'm saying? You make out a Walmart at the beginning of coming in. You got a few fast food restaurants, and that's about it. And then after that, you got a football town. That's basically what it is. So the biggest thing we gonna start on the upside. The upside was, since it was just we was the only university in at Wyoming. It was it was a football town. So a lot of fans, they know exactly who you are. You know what I'm saying? So that was the upside of it. Coming from the Sunshine State, you got snow. You know what I'm saying? What we do for fun here, we go to the beach, we play basketball, you know what I'm saying, like that. We go up there, we ride on snowmobiles, you know what I'm saying? Snowmobiles in the snow. So it was just a big time culture shock for me, you know what I'm saying? But it was different.
So being that you was in Wyoming, the transition from Tampa, Florida, what would you say your mindset was going into that culture shock? Was you homesick a lot? Was you feeling it, or, as far as playing football, did you want to transfer? What was going through your thought? Because being away from home, bro, can be homesick when nobody come visit you.
Right.
I think I came twice though. I came twice. I came to the spring game, and then I came to when y'all played University of Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there ain't nothing in Wyoming. Like you said, ain't nothing there. It's a mindset thing. I was bored. I ain't had nothing to do. So what was your mindset like going into that new culture? And then going while playing football, but not having family around you. What did you do to sustain, and what did you do to overcome that adversity? And what was your mindset going into that? So how did you overcome all that with the culture?
Biggest thing, man, the good thing is I had somebody I went to college with that was from Tampa, Florida, which was one of my good friends, Chavez Parnell. Surrounding myself around good people, you know what I'm saying? I met people along the journey once I got there, and it was a quick connect with us, you know what I'm saying? I met some of my good friends, Marcus Epps still to this day, Chavez Oblis, Antonio Hull. These people, with family being away so far, these people we consider each other as family, you know what I'm saying? I had some good coaches who welcomed me as their family, you know what I'm saying? Coach Richardson, his wife and everything. So once we got into once I got into Wyoming, it was like a family right away while being away from my family. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And, the biggest thing is, like he said, my family here, he came there about two or three times for me. So that was a relief for me as well. But at first it was pretty tough. Just being with my family here, playing high school football, to them having to get on the plane, you know what I'm saying, and come see me. Well, that transferred from them seeing me to on the phone calls, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a big difference, bro.
Big difference, you know what I'm saying? Like, I physically can't like be there, see them or touch them, but I got a call on FaceTime, you know what I'm saying? Or I got to talk to them over the phone, a couple good nights. Some nights I can't even talk to them, you know what I'm saying? Because I got class, I got practice, I got study hall. From study hall, and I got to go to bed, and from where I got to eat, then go to bed, and then do that all over again, maybe for 3-4 months straight. You know what I'm saying? So that was the biggest thing, just being away from family.
Man, that's major. And when we talk about mindset, man, we got to look at the different, obstacles that come with it. Just overcoming adversity, but it's a mental thing. It's like mental. Like, people really get depressed from being homesick away from college. I was an hour away, and I came home every weekend just about, because I was in the middle of nowhere, similar like Wyoming. Correct. And my mindset was to just go to school and play football. But at the same time too, it's like, man, like, I'm missing home.
Right.
Ain't nothing good coming home, it's like coming home to a good cooked meal, you got your family around you, you can go hang out with your homeboys and things like that, and you go do a lot of those things. But like, when you're away, like from where you was at, bro, when I came to come visit, your mind had to be just football, school. That's it.
Football.
Because that ain't really nothing else to do around them.
Yeah.
So, definitely. So when you look at Wyoming, you look at Tampa, completely opposites. You coming from a place where you got Orlando, Miami, you can go travel, you can go do these different things. But when you get to Wyoming, there's nothing there. Correct. So your mindset, I'm pretty sure your mindset had to be strong to a point to where, all right, you know what you're there for. Right. You have to accomplish some things. Correct. What can you do to get to that next level? And your goal was to get to that next level, obviously. Correct. The next question I have for you, being that those whole 4 years, like, walk us through the steps, like, from your freshman year to your senior year, as far as what was the playtime like, what was the, adversity like? Because I know in college, bro, you think you better than the next man in front of you, and that's how you're supposed to think.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? You number 3 on the depth chart, you looking at 2 and 1, like, why they playing and I ain't playing? Yeah. So as a freshman, you got to go through that. And then you think about transferring and doing all those other things, but you stayed at Wyoming all 4 years. So talk about how you transitioned from your freshman year to your senior year, and what was the roles like going into that?
I'm gonna say it was humbling, but then again, it was a blessing at the same time, because coming in as a freshman, I actually played as a true freshman. Coaches itself, like things that they said that stood out was, one thing they teach big is about running to the ball, effort and everything. So correct. All I knew was effort, you know what I'm saying? All I knew was run to the ball. All I knew was chase, run, hit. And that stood out on film in them. So that was one of the things that caught their attention, that got me on the field early. Mm-hmm. So I ended up playing as a true freshman. Had a solid year, you know what I'm saying? Made some noise, had a couple forced fumbles, you know what I'm saying, a couple big plays, had a lot of playing time. I'm going to be honest with this one biggest thing, because this is what taught me with my mindset right now. Coming as a freshman, playing as a true freshman, I wouldn't say I got big-headed, but I will say it got to my head just a little bit. Yeah. Only because I witnessed early success.
No, absolutely.
So early success, as right now, if I could tell anybody who play as a freshman, as a young buck, or whatever that may be, you don't want to get too high, you don't want to get too low. You literally want to stay right there, and you want to approach life that way as well. You know what I'm saying? So from freshman year, I kind of took things in my own matter. You know what I'm saying? Shining, playing early, and God humbled me. You know what I'm saying? I ended up tearing my ACL. That was the first adversity I will say that welcomed me until adversity itself. Mm-hmm. I ended up tearing my meniscus. I ended up tearing my meniscus, and I was out for about 8 months, having to go through physical therapy, you know what I'm saying? That was my first challenge of welcoming myself of what I'm made of, you know what I'm saying? Realizing of what I'm made of. It carried me still to this day, because I understand, like, the things that you go through don't define you, mm-hmm. but how you overcome define you, you know what I'm saying? So that's
deep.
And that's what deep. Got me to this day, still to understand, like, of who I am. You know what I'm saying? So did your sophomore year, did you play? Or you had to sit out like half a season? I played. I missed summer workouts though.
You missed summer workouts and you came back. All right. So transition sophomore season, was your freshman year like your sophomore year, or was it like sophomore year you had to gain that confidence back? Because that's mindset.
Yeah, that's mindset, correct.
That is definitely mindset because when you're trying to gain that confidence back and playing versus you moving quick and stuff like that, you agile about where you move because playing on turf, man, you plant your foot wrong, you go the opposite, your leg go the opposite direction, something going to happen.
Right, correct. Yeah.
So Wyoming, I believe they got turf, all turf. No, I don't think nobody really play on natural grass. What was your mindset like going and back in that sophomore year? How did you get that confidence back? Because confidence is key, but at the same time, your mindset has to be, all right, I want to get back to 100%, but I'm not 100%. In my mind, I'm not 100%. But maybe health-wise, the doctor's telling me I'm okay, I'm good to go. But in your mind, you're not 100%.
Right. It's all mental, you know what I'm saying? Once something is torn on your body, my question is, am I okay to go?
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? But doctor telling me I'm okay to go. But if my mind not telling me I'm okay to go, I'm not going to go to the potential that I was going to my freshman year or the speed I was going to my freshman year because I'm hesitant.
Correct.
And I'm not confident. So I had to take that day by day, every day, just to let myself know that I'm okay. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm back healthy. I'm back strong. I can do this. You know what I'm saying? So I had to build myself up. I had to rebuild myself every day. You know what I'm saying? Let myself know that we can do this. We got this. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take one foot in front of the other.
Correct.
Each day, one foot in front of the other. That was the biggest thing. I was taking the baby steps, you know what I'm saying? And just trying to be consistent and persistent with my rehab. You know what I'm saying? Have a positive mind, surround myself with positive energy, love. You know what I'm saying? My teammates was helping me out. So coming into that off season of my sophomore year, it was a big challenge, but once I knew that I can go again, I put it behind my back and just go.
Correct. So and for those who don't know, he played with Josh Allen. So every day was like a NFL practice pretty much for him. So having that confidence and having that type of quarterback at practice can also make you better while having elite receivers. And Marcus Epps, bro, he was a walk-on. I think I met him.
You did.
Marcus, he played for the Eagles. Philly. The man walked on with no scholarships, no offers, nobody. He's undersized as a safety, but he plays like he's 6'5".
Correct.
I think Marcus, 6 foot on a good day? 6'1", maybe. But Marcus played lights out. He's number 22, I think, for the Eagles. And that's another testimony. Marcus, he walked on and he got it. He got into the NFL. Still playing, just played in the Super Bowl recently. Even though they cheated the Eagles, but we ain't gonna talk about that. And then, so going into that, you overcame. Now, your junior, senior year, obviously you playing, you starting, things like that. Things are going great. Now you get past senior year part. Now we'll start training for the combine. So what was your process and what was your mindset going through that? Because when you think about that, that is a long journey. Like going those 4 years, people probably telling you to come out early. You probably hearing people in family, friends around you leave. I think you should go your junior year. But the thing is, like, the NFL's not guaranteed.
Correct.
And let's say you went out your junior year and you probably thought about.
Yeah.
Did you think about it? You think about it?
Nah, I would go all 4 years.
You want to go all 4 years? Okay.
Years,
well, at least well, at least you gave it all 4.
Definitely.
And you got the year 4 and you finished, but you still got people around you saying lead. But what was your process going through that combine, and how did you block people out? Because obviously, when you come back home, everybody will hang out with you because they haven't seen you. How did you prepare for the combine, and what was your mindset like going into the combine? Because the combine is not an easy thing to do, bro.
Yeah, nah, definitely. Me personally, you know what I'm saying, going into it, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot of people, I would say, don't know what shoes are you really in, you know what I'm saying? So my biggest thing was quieting the noise, you know what I'm saying? Don't listen. I don't listen to too much good news or too much bad news. You
Correct.
know what I'm saying? I just want to stay grounded, literally with my feet on the ground, you know what I'm saying? Have my faith to the sky, and I put my trust in God, you know what I'm saying? My biggest thing was work, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to go to work and become the best version of me, you know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Therefore, that I can, once that time came and those testing days came, I can test at the best of the ability. I know how that, knowing that work that I put in can only pay off, you know what I'm saying? So
Correct.
It wasn't a time where I was like, man, I want to do this. I want to go on this round, that round. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You don't know as a player.
Yeah.
All you hearing
what is like 124 picks or
107 rounds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 7 rounds. I don't know the picks.
So it's like you get caught up in that. Now I'm gonna say you putting yourself behind the 8 ball. You know what I'm saying? Because you already about to go against the odds, you know what I'm saying?
Correct, absolutely.
With size, me personally, 5'9", you know what I'm saying, 180 pounds, you know what I'm saying? So that's like nickel special teams, you know what I'm saying? So my big thing is just being the best version I can be. You know what I'm saying? So when the time comes and I'm in front of the scout, I can give you everything I got and all the work that I put in, you know what I'm saying, over the years of the 4 years I've been at Wyoming.
Correct.
And then the 2 to 3 months of training for that important day. So my biggest thing was just staying grounded and just working. And that's how I go about it still to this day, you know what I'm saying? Just working and letting the results take care of itself.
Yeah, and that's good. I'm glad you said that because I'm gonna say I'm a fan, but this is my family. Like, I'm not the type of family member that like boast and brag. You know, I want to support the ones that are around me, and so for me personally, I wanted the best for them. So I know when Nuke come home, or Robert when he come home, Robert Priester, I call him Nuke. I'm sorry,
Oh my God.
but when he comes home, like, and because he's trying to get to that next level because you only have X amount of years to capitalize on this. Because football gonna have to stop eventually. While he was at Wyoming, I believe he went undrafted. We had a conversation. I think I called him the day after, or maybe a week after. I don't know. I didn't want to call him when I was fresh, but I just told him, man, if football don't work out for you, bro, you have something else. You have people around you to help you out. But the thing is with him is he told me straight up, hey, Lamar, it's football. That's all I know. That's really all he knows. That's how he get paid to this day. That's how he make a living. But at some point, you know, he's gonna get to a place to where it's gonna become. I'm not gonna say. I'm talking about 10 years from now because he still got 10 years left in him. But it's gonna go to a point where football comes to an end. But I told him straight up, and we had this conversation before. I just said, man, don't let football define you as a person. And he was like, you know what, Cuzzo, you're absolutely right. But because it's a mindset thing that we got all these gifts from God, and we got all these talents. But the thing is that, you know, you're human.
Correct.
You know, you have an opportunity to seize, which is playing football, but also too that you have an opportunity to not only excel after football, because your mindset, your same drive that you got, man. And I know once you overcome this football and go through it, and your mindset is you can go out and pretty much go do anything you want to do. Correct. And I can see you being a coach, bro. I meant to tell you that the other day.
Definitely.
I can definitely see you coaching. I can definitely see you doing that. Bro, I want to see you coaching on somebody's team, NFL team, because there's more than just football for you, bro.
Definitely.
And I just want to tell you that. You more than football.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? You human. You anybody else, and I'm just talking in the camera, but you really my family, and I'm telling you, bro, you more than football.
Correct.
I just want to let you know that, bro, because I think I always tell you that, and I always try to remind you that. Always, you know, stay ahead and have a plan B, have a plan C, because at any given time, like how you went through those injuries, your mindset goes into doing what's next.
Correct. Yeah.
That's what's next. So
as human.
So to get to that point, to what I'm about to say, he went undrafted, no free agency calls. So what was the next step for you with you and your agent? What do you guys do? Did you get another opportunity to play somewhere else? Or if you did, can you walk us through that step? Because obviously your mindset was not the only just play football, but at the same time too, you could have fell into depression.
Correct.
Or you could have got deeply sad. Correct. What was your mindset to come out of that so that way you can get back to working out and eating healthy and doing those right things?
Definitely. Like I say, going back into Wyoming, my first year of dealing with adversity, you know what I'm saying? I was specifically told, and I still stick with me to this day, that you get one day to pout. You know what I'm saying? You get one day to pout, whatever it is in life, problems, situation, you know what I'm saying? You get one day to pout. You get 24 hours to pout about the situation. And after that, you got to go to work. You know what I'm saying? So I had one day, I got 24 hours to sob, to have the thoughts that I got in my mind or whatever that may be. And after that, I got to go to work. Nobody care, work harder, you know what I'm saying? So we made calls, you know what I'm saying? In football, it's always next man up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the same thing in life. What's next? It's the next thing. So we altered our route, you know what I'm saying? And we went the CFL route, end up, my agent ended up knowing like the GM, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, that's up in front office, that's his own world. But I ended up going to a workout, you know what I'm saying? They called me and said, yeah, we'd like for you to come to the workout. End up going to Atlanta, doing my workout at Atlanta, end up doing all the testings over again, the same thing I did at Pro Day, you know what I'm saying, the 40, 5, 10, 5 drills and everything. And God blessed me to put on the show, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. End up having a great day, you know what I'm saying? And that's what they were looking for, a great play on a great day. and I was able to provide that. So a week later, the defensive back coach told me he was going to tell the GM that about me. You know what I'm saying? So the GM ended up calling me actually a week later, and they told me they'd like to sign me and fly me out. That was something different. I'd never been out of the country. Never been out of the country.
Get a passport.
You know got to get a passport.
Oh, we had that conversation. I called you. He was like, yo, cuz I just got picked up. And he was like, man, I'm going down to Miami right now.
Right now.
What you had to pay, like $500?
It's like $300 for a same day passport.
What?
Same day passport.
Swoo!
That was, you know what I'm saying? But in my mind, I knew that football was my everything, you know what I'm saying? I was playing since I was 11 years old, you know what I'm saying? So I was willing to go the distance. I promised myself after pro day, whatever happened, you know what I'm saying? I was willing to take on the world for my dreams, you know.
Correct.
So no matter what it was, I told myself I always climb the ladder. I made that promise to myself. So that was part of me climbing that ladder.
Correct.
Going to Miami and get my passport, going out the country. Going out the country playing football, never been in Canada, but just getting comfortable in uncomfortable situations, you know what I'm saying, that put me in, that helped me still to this day, you know what I'm saying? So that helped me the most. And I got comfortable being uncomfortable, you know what I'm saying?
And that's the goal. Because in life, if you get too comfortable, that means you become complacent. And when you get too complacent, you stop chasing after your dreams.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to rhyme, but I feel like that just did rhyme a little bit. But, you know, maybe I should be a rapper or something, you know? Start writing for Drake or Lil Wayne or somebody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyway, but like when you get too complacent, you stop chasing your dream. When you stop chasing your dream, you never know the results.
You never know the results, correct.
That's a... D, you gotta clip that one. You need to edit. Make sure you clip that one, okay? Make sure you clip that one, D.
D, don't feed it to him, man.
And like he said, when you get uncomfortable, it makes you want to not be complacent and chase after your dreams. But if you come complacent, you stop chasing after your dreams and you don't know the results.
Correct.
So the thing is, you have to understand that all that is mindset. Like every day you have an opportunity to be great. Correct. Either if you're going to school, if you got your own business, if you at your job and you don't like your job, but you still have an opportunity to be great. Learn something from that job and take it as something away from it. So that way, when you leave that job, you leaving with something. You know what I'm saying? Right. So every day is an opportunity for you to be great. As long as God give you the breath in your body, man, you have an opportunity to be great. And that's one thing I like about you. You don't let your situation define you. Right. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we don't come from a lot of money. Right. We had to work hard behinds out to get where we wanted to go at. Right. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not the athletic person in the world. Did I want to play NFL? Yeah, that was my goal, but you know, God had other plans. Right. God blessed people with different talents for different things, man. Right. And God has blessed you with a talent so that way you can live out your dreams. Right. And maybe my dreams is living it, you know, being behind the scenes. The thing is I wanted to say is with the mindset with you is that you do a great job, bro, of like just attacking. And the reason I'm telling y'all is because I know from firsthand, like me and Nuke, I don't talk to Nuke all the time. I'm not gonna sit up here and say we talk 24/7, we hang out all the time. That's not the truth. Right. But one thing I know, if I didn't call him, he'll shoot me a text, vice versa. Right. If I haven't heard from him in a long time, he'll shoot me a text. Right. We do a good job. And every time we talk, bro, it's always a long message and it's a love you at the end. Right. And it started a conversation, bro, because this is family and that's how family supposed to be. And I think when you have those people around you, like you said, those individuals that's always encourage you, your mind can become a little bit more easy to say, hey, you know what, I got this. Because sometimes we doubt ourselves in our mind. Right. Because mind can play the tricks on you, man. Correct. Just like you said. Yeah. So being that you went through you got the XFL, right? Yeah. You got to Winnipeg. So was it Winnipeg?
Winnipeg, my first year, yeah.
So what was that like? Did you go through any injuries or did you do anything happen?
Yeah, I faced some adversity when I got to Winnipeg as well, you know what I'm saying? I was in camp. Just nicks and bruises itself, you know what I'm saying? But after making the team, you know what I'm saying, after the first 2 preseason games, had a nice preseason game, made the team. Week 1, I actually tore my plantar fascia in my foot.
What is that?
You know what I'm saying? It's like the bottom of your foot, the arch of it, literally just tore it. And I was out for 6 weeks. So I was on IR for 6 weeks, first probably 6 to 8 weeks. So that was another piece of adversity, you know what I'm saying, that I had to overcome as well. But again, I get one day to pout, I got to go back to work. So my work was rehab at 6 o'clock in the morning every day when you only had to be at the facility at 8. Correct. You know what I'm saying? But since you hurt,
2 hours there.
Since you hurt, you got to be up at 6 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? That's your work. You still on the job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
you get a check.
You get checked.
Yeah, you get the check. Yeah.
So that's part of the business. So I had to wake up, you know what I'm saying? Not saying I had to sacrifice, but I had to do what I had to do as a professional athlete. You know what I'm saying? You got to wake up in the morning and do what you need to do because it's still work need to be done. And
Correct.
You still need to, you know what I'm saying, earn your check.
Correct.
That's the biggest thing. By earning your check, you can't make the team in the tub.
Correct. You got a point.
So that was a big thing for me, just understanding that I couldn't make the club in the tub and just getting done, you know what I'm saying, putting the work in that I need to get back out there and showcase what I can do every day because every day it's a job interview.
Correct.
It's not 7 days out of the week or 3 days or 4 days out of the week. It's every day.
Oh, that was a week break.
Definitely week.
So we talked about overcoming adversity in Winnipeg. So what was that like? We talked about rehab. So what happened with Winnipeg after the offseason? Like you came back home, did you train? Did you stay up there? Like what did you do?
Yeah, I came back home when I got done, you know what I'm saying? Another piece of adversity that a lot of people don't know, I got released the second to last game.
I did not know that.
Yeah, got released the second to last game. MindSet was in there. Mindset with that had to still stay strong, you know what I'm saying? Keep my eyes on the prize and just continue to learn that adversity is going to happen, you know what I'm saying? Trials and tribulations going to happen. Mm-hmm. And that's part of life, you know what I'm saying? So I done made that adversity, trials and tribulation a part of me, you know what I'm saying? Because in life, that's just what's going to happen. And if you don't make it a part of you, you know what I'm saying? It's going to shake you every time.
No, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And if you let it shake you every time, now you're going under depression, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever. No. And that's something that I always wanted to eliminate and get comfortable with, you know what I'm saying? My biggest mindset was just to keep going no matter what, you know what I'm saying? No matter what challenges were thrown at me, no matter what type of adversity were thrown at me, just never give up, you know what I'm saying? That's my biggest saying, just never give up because on the other side is the grass is green, I can promise you that, you know what I'm saying? And being able to speak that right now, like thanking God to be able to be in the position I am today, you know what I'm saying? Like playing in my career, and going through all the adversity that I've been through, being able to win a championship, you know what I'm saying? That goes to show me that never giving up is good in that. You know what I'm saying? It's great in that. Just never giving up because having a piece of hardware to show for all them adversity times is nothing else like better than that you can prove, you know what I'm saying? So that helped me a lot and that just gave me, that was my answer right there to never give up having a championship ring.
No, that's good. So anybody, so he kind of jumped ahead, but it's okay. So he went to Winnipeg, played at Winnipeg, got released second year, then went back to Winnipeg. Went to the XFL. XFL, right? He was playing, he was starting. Played nickel, played corner, he played linebacker, he even played safety sometimes. He played just about anything. And I'm pretty sure he was gaining that confidence.
Yeah.
And then COVID comes, fourth game of the season. I think I came to the game where y'all played somebody. I think that was a home game. Y'all played the away game, and then it shut down right after that.
Correct. Yeah.
So how did you go about the COVID situation? Did you still train? Like, because that's mindset, because you was at an all-time high. I think, bro, don't get me wrong. I done seen you play, but you was playing in Tampa too.
Yeah, I was playing here.
Your swag was just like completely different, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
Playing in front of your home team, your family can come to the games. Right. And you, like, even your away games, you get sacks, interceptions, all that. So, like, what was your mindset after that? Like, it felt like you're on Mount Everest, now you got to climb all the way down to the bottom and climb back up. Like, what was that like?
Again, just, you know what I'm saying, not getting too high, not getting too low, but being able to play in front of my family and friends, that was like everything to me, you know what I'm saying? Because that brought me confidence. You know what I'm saying? That's like, go back to Little League when you see your mom understand, you see you know what I'm saying, your people understand, or you lit now, you know what I'm saying? So that's how that felt for me when I was in Temple. I'm in my hometown, I'm playing in front of my family and my friends. I just want to show out, you know what I'm saying? Now I just want to be the best. I always want to be the best player I could be, but it's just like, you got that much more, you know what I'm saying, in the crowd to cheer you on. So I'm ready to go now. So when COVID came around, it was just like another stepping stone. You know what I'm saying?
Man, the whole world, not just you, but the whole world had to do it.
Yeah, it was at a standstill. Yeah. So when that came around, I'm just like, damn, another thing, what's next? You know what I'm saying?
Would you set out for a year? You had to set out for a year?
set out for the off season of the rest of that season. A whole year until CFL rolled back around. CFL didn't even have a season because COVID. We ended in the following season, I want to say 2021 or 2020.
So you said almost 2 years before you played again.
Almost 2 years before I played again.
So you was just training
back
and praying
home.
praying for another day.
Just working on my character.
Bro,
working on my character, working on my mindset, working on my prayers, you know what I'm saying, and just staying around good people. That was the biggest thing.
Hey, Luke can be a preacher, y'all. I'm telling you. He don't say that with a lot of people, preaching.
I probably can't be no preacher, but I could tell you a few scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Amen,
I
my
can do
brother.
that.
Amen. But 2 years of sitting out, and then you go to Winnipeg. You try to get back in COVID. And then a situation happened. I'm gonna tell the story because I know some of the stuff. I'm sorry, y'all. I feel like I'm a part of this journey too. But the situation happened to where Winnipeg said a cornerback went down. I believe, or something happened. Somebody got injured. And it goes back to having that relationship with people. They thought about him. They gave him a call.
Right.
He was able to walk on and start practicing with the team. He didn't play in the first couple games, but as the season went on, he started getting more playing time, and he became a big help on special teams, balling out. But his mindset, he could have gave up, but he kept going. And so in life, sometimes if we give up, we will never see the end result. But if we keep going, we will see the result. And I think that's good because you have an opportunity to not only say, hey, I went through that, but I got a chance to go to the Grey Cup, which they played. Where I played in December or November?
November.
They played in November. So the team he got cut from, or the team that he couldn't be a part of, they ended up inside of the Grey Cup.
As well.
That's so either one, he was supposed to be in that game regardless.
Correct.
He was going to be in the game regardless. So, which is, God works like that. So what happens is our mindset has to be so powerful that we have to overcome in our minds and say, well, yes, we can do this every day. Right. Every day I wake up, I say, thank God for allowing me to sit today. And I say, whatever comes my way, I'm going to deal with it, but I'm going to try to stay positive throughout the whole day. It's okay to be negative. We're human. But don't be negative for too long. Like you say, have a day to pout, but also remember that there's light at the end of the tunnel. Just because you get to that light, you still going to have to see some darkness once you get there, but you got to keep going. It's going to be lightness. It's going to be dark, light, dark, light. That's how life works, is overcoming adversity. So he went through that, and he went through all of that adversity to get to a point to where he's at today, and he's still playing. So he's still in Toronto. He's going to year 2. I think his training camp started in May. So yeah, so the purpose of this podcast, guys, is to get on here, share stories like his. Because every day through life, we deal with adversity. We have to think about, what is our mindset? Is it going to be positive? Is it going to be negative? Because if it's negative, you can go down a dark hole. If it's positive, you can come out of that dark hole in a negative situation and turn it into a positive. Right. So it's all about how you look at life and how you progress in life, so that way you can overcome the adversity that you're dealing with. But while going through that, it's a mindset. Because if you don't have a strong mindset, it's going to be tough. You can fall into depression. Right. You can fall and think suicidal thoughts and all these different things. But the goal is not do that. We want you guys to overcome adversity. So if you're doing something right now that you shouldn't be doing, I ask you today, man, ask yourself this question. Is it going to get you where you need to be at? If not, it needs to change. And then guess what happens? Change happens in the mindset. And once you change that, then you will start to see positive results. It may not be a day. It may not be a week. It may not be a month. It may not be a year. But as long as you keep trying to change and make that progress, your mindset will continue to get stronger. We came to an end on our podcast, man. This is Rob Priester. My name is Lamar. What's Happening podcast. And if you haven't followed me, I suggest y'all subscribe, hit that like button, follow us. And the goal is with this podcast is to help people and to help share stories and to help others get to that next level. Because somebody need to hear something from a football player. Because it could be one football player watching the same exact thing, going through the same thing. Now you have somebody with experience that's sharing their knowledge with you. And I'm pretty sure if you follow him on Instagram, you message him and he'll message you back. But it's all about creating a community. That's what I'm trying to do with this podcast, man. Yes. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Rob.
Appreciate for having
me. For coming in, being with me. It took him a week to sprung back.
bro.
But we got him on here. That's the thing. We got him on here. So when Rob trained, bro, he really block outs everything. But he has to seize the moment that he's currently in because he's in a season for greatness. And if he don't capture that greatness, if he's playing around and he's not using his time wisely, that's what it goes back. Time is free, but you can't get it back. Like I said last podcast. But the thing is he's using his time and he's not wasting it. Every day, you know, time is moving. I can't get today back, but tomorrow I can get that. But use your time wisely and understand, man, that mindset can help you get to the next level, man. Hey, man, we out, dog.
Easy.
Yeah.